Biggest year in business so far for you?
Biggest year was the
30 to 40K a month.
My biggest year in business was last year. We did about...
Biggest year in business so far?
Biggest year, gross or net?
Tai Lopez invited me to his mega mansion party in the Beverly Hills, where A-list celebrities and multi-millionaire entrepreneurs are here for the weekend to learn, mastermind, and celebrate together. And I'm gonna take you through the behind the scenes of the mastermind leading up to the party and meeting people at the party and introducing them and what they do so you can help you learn how to become successful just like them too. Let's go.
What's your name?
Adam
Last name?
Kaspari,
Aiden Riley.
Jeremy Rodriguez.
Chase Chapel.
Eric Anthony Klima.
Murad Ismaili.
My name is Silvan Pascal.
Ron Vossler.
So look, I've been to plenty of masterminds before, the most expensive being $68,000, but this was something completely different. We go inside and head to Tai's ballroom in this $80 million house. And this is where Tai and some others that he invited to speak share some of their high-level insights and business strategies. You know, Tai spoke about the importance of personal brand, building the right team, his morning routine, and leveraging AI. Then after about 4 hours of knowledge, we head outside for the party. And now keep in mind, about 90% of the people here are doing millions per year in their business. And you're about to see me ask them their key takeaways from the day, an interesting one at the end on the future of our country.
What do you do, Sean?
Currently in the software world. So create software, come from the copywriting world and the ad world, actually.
Okay. That's how we connected.
right.
And then what was your biggest year in business so far?
Biggest year, gross or net?
Let's do either.
Let's throw in so in the software game, about 1.8. And in the ad land, quite a bit more if you count it as client dollars. That's how we do it in that space, right? Yeah. So 100 mil, you know.
There we go. And then top takeaway from today.
Takeaway is bring wonderful people together and you'll have a wonderful time.
That's a good takeaway. Last but not least, who are you voting for?
The mighty dollar. How about that?
The mighty dollar. I like it. Best answer so far. What do you do?
We do Facebook, TikTok ads, have a software business, e-commerce company, agency, was getting acquired.
Biggest year in business so far?
400K months.
Top takeaway from today.
You need to double the amount of volume you're doing on social media and get great legal counsel. That is a big important thing that so many people miss. I like that guy.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, Mark was good.
Who are you voting for?
Trump.
Let's go.
From Texas.
Make America great again, baby. Let's go. What do you do?
marketing.
Okay. Biggest year in business so far for you?
Biggest year was the day that I landed a job with Tai Lopez running his marketing.
This guy's legit. What was your top takeaway from today? Probably your presentation, because I know you spoke, but besides your presentation, what was your top takeaway?
Yeah, I think whenever I come to these things, I always want to get one key takeaway. I wasn't in the room listening, I was organizing and doing a few things, but my key takeaway for myself is always be prepared with a presentation ready to go, because you never know when you're going to need it.
And he crushed it today too. Last but not least, who are you voting for?
I'm not voting in the US.
Yeah, okay.
Anywhere else in the world.
There we go.
I have a marketing consulting agency.
Biggest year in business so far?
30 to 40K a month.
I love that, baby. And then now, you were at the event today with me. What was your biggest takeaway from the event so far?
Push more content, personal branding. You're just gonna get more business from it, and you put your name out there and get more good quality clients.
He's living what he's preaching right now. He's literally doing exactly that. He said, yeah, I'm gonna do it. He's growing his personal brand. Now, if you were giving advice to somebody just starting off, right? They're hearing this at like 30 to 40K a month. If I could just make 3K a month, that would be crazy. Like, what would you tell them looking back?
Fast action. The more that you delay action, you're just prolonging the goal that you've set out for yourself of making 3, 5, 10K a month. So the more you sit there and just stew on the thought, you're just prolonging you actually getting there. So fast, quick action. Yeah.
Now, he's Canadian, but if you were US, who would you be voting for in the current coming election?
I'm a Trump guy.
Let's go.
There you go. There it is.
What do you do?
I help contentpreneurs go from 0 to 10K a month as soon as possible.
What do you think of everything happening behind us right now?
This needs to happen more often. It's freaking awesome. I've never seen something like this. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen and even heard the phrase Mastermind party. It's pretty cool.
What's been your biggest year in business so far?
1.2 mil.
And if someone's watching this right now and they're thinking about that number, 1.2 million, I just would be glad to make an extra 1.2K a month. What would you give the advice to them looking back on your journey so far? The one piece of advice.
In school, you're taught that copying means you're a loser and you're dumb and you're gonna fail and you shouldn't be a copycat and you get made fun of for being a copycat. In business, you wanna copy what works and then just make it uniquely your own once you already copy what works.
Model what works to start, and then customize it based off your preference.
100%. Beginners, they are so afraid to copy. They want to reinvent the wheel. Terrible mistake.
Last question. Who are you going to vote for?
I don't vote.
There we go.
I run paid advertising for e-com companies.
What was your biggest year in business so far?
My biggest year in business was last year. We did about 1.3 mil.
Let's go, baby.
Yes.
And what was your top takeaway from today?
Top takeaway from today is essentially like the power of brands. Really made us look at what we're doing really well. And just having like these giants, like, you know, 7, 8, 9-figure earners. One, the ones that lack brand, they could have way more potential for profitability or growth. And for those already doing it, you know, there is the monetary aspect of it, but there's also the community where that's going to give you a longer term business because you have a cult-like following, right? And that was definitely one of the biggest takeaways.
And last but not least, who are you going to vote for?
I'll keep that ambiguous.
Yeah, okay, that was good. That was good.
I'm an AI consultant. I have an AI consulting company, and I work with big creators here and there.
What's your biggest year in business so far?
It's been this year. After leading AI in a $4 billion revenue company for 2 years, I started my consultancy, and it's been doing well.
Congratulations, bro. What was your biggest takeaway so far from today?
2 frameworks that Tai mentioned, Trade framework and Humps framework. For marketing, that was a killer. I took notes. I have to memorize it now.
And if you weren't here, then you won't understand, but he was here, so obviously he gets it. What would you tell someone who's just starting out that wants to be around in rooms just like this?
Invest. You might invest however much you might, and it might seem a lot, but you always make more. Always consider this. When you're investing in these events, even parties, the more expensive the ticket, the more filtering of people. And man, you meet crazy people. I met the media manager of Snoop Dogg at a party that was $200 for the ticket. $200.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
So
that's nuts, actually.
It's nothing. So
the question is, did you smoke with Snoop Dogg?
No.
Oh, dang, that's a missed opportunity. What do you do?
I help personal trainers start and scale their online fitness business.
Biggest year in business so far?
Biggest year is for sure this year. Right now we're doing 250K in cash collected. It's exactly why I went to the best in the game, take care of my YouTube ads and scale the hell out of them.
That's per month, by the way. That's per month. That's per month. This guy's crushing it. Top takeaway from today.
Definitely got to be the power of your brand, right? How that can impact pricing power, your advertising efforts, just your whole business in general, yeah?
Yeah, it was all about personal brand.
Yeah, I mean, look at what Tai built with his brand.
Yeah, look at where we are.
Yeah?
Last but not least, who are you voting for?
Who am I voting for? I really don't give a fuck who wins. So I'd rather, if I had to say somebody, probably Trump, because it seems like he's going to save us money on our taxes, but I really don't care who's going to win because I'm just going to fucking dominate regardless who the fuck wins. So.
There we go, baby. Let's go. Nice. That was the best answer by far so far.
So basically, I help entrepreneurs scale their business through their personal brand.
Beautiful. And then what was your biggest year in business so far?
In revenue?
Yeah.
We made like around like 1.5 M in 1 year.
Beautiful. That's in the French market too.
Yeah,
that's the French market. Top takeaway from all the events today?
Like for me, the main thing is, as always, you know, like is the value for me is more in the connection. And what I always say when you go to an event like that, the goal is not to make like to get the more numbers as possible. The goal is like to meet with people with who you have a real connection, a deeper connection. And even if you're making like something with one person from the event and you're really doing business with him, it's already worth it.
Yeah.
So just try to connect with maximum of people, but understand that it's more important to have like real connection and deeper connection and to do something with it. Just have knowledge, don't bring any money. It's like, how do you implement it and what do you do with that, you know?
Yeah, that's huge, man. And I know you don't live in the US, but if you did, who would you vote for?
Who do I vote for?
Who would you vote for if you lived in the US?
That's a hard question, you know? Like in politics, I think it's very hard because like for me, I never believe like in black or white, you know? For me, it's always like between two. So for example, right now, if you take like Camara or Trump, for me, like people will say like Trump is stupid. I think there is something that he said that is interesting. But I think there is also stuff that he said that are totally stupid. So I'm like, you know, I'm like, you know, for me the best, the most...
He bets on green, bro. You go to the roulette table, he bets on green.
For me, the most important is to bet on yourself, you know, to build your own system into the system, because whoever will be president, it will not change your own life. You're the only one who can change it, so act for it, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't play roulette. He plays blackjack. The cards are in his hands. Let's go. Thank you, bro.
We've all heard it before, and as cringe as it sounds, your network is truly your net worth. And even though you didn't get to see the content that we learned inside the mastermind specifically, it's because the money is made in the people you meet. All it takes is meeting the right person at the right time in the right place for you to dramatically transform your business and your life forever. But if you want to see behind the scenes of what actually you learn at masterminds like these, then click this video and watch this one next, because I take you behind the scenes at the last Tai Lopez mastermind, where he actually asked me to do an interview for his podcast to teach him about everything we're doing at adspend.com and how we're scaling our clients using ads.